Okay, engineers and electricians, I'm guessing you're here because you want to learn how to build a control panel door, just like this one here. So I'm going to walk you through the steps on how I do it. And my name's Chris from Automation, and I've been in the industry about 20 years. I've gone from an employee to a self-employed contractor to now a business owner. And now we help electricians and engineers do exactly the same thing. So I hope you enjoy this video. Check it out. So first thing, guys, before starting to do any marking or anything like that, what I'd recommend is a good old wipe over with methylated spirit and a lint-free cloth, something like that. So that's the first thing. So as you'll see, there we go, quick wipe over. This is what I'm doing now, is I'm just marking those dimensions, and you can see those dimensions, so you can see that's what I'm referencing whilst making these dimensions. And you'll also notice that I'm working off only two datums, so I'm working off this face and this face. I'm not working off this top face or this right hand face of the door either. So good practice, guys, is to always work off one datum edge for one axis and the same thing for the other axis. And the reason for that is it just keeps things, nothing's ever perfectly square, and I'm probably being a bit pernickety here, but it's just good practice. So I'd recommend always working from one datum, and it just keeps things square and parallel. And if you're unfamiliar with the term datum, so if we look in Wikipedia, when talking about engineering, an engineering datum used in geometric dimensioning and tolerancing is a feature on a subject used to create a reference system for measurement. In engineering and drafting, a datum is a reference point, surface or axis on an object against which measurements are made. So that's what a datum is. So I'll mark a couple of points on each axis, and then what I'll do is I'll get the meter rule and then connect those points up, so then I can draw a complete line as you're seeing here. And I don't double check, I triple check things. So before I move on after doing dimensioning, I just triple check and absolutely make sure that all the markings are perfectly okay. Reason being is usually you're marking things because you're going to be cutting them or drilling them. Really want to avoid drilling or cutting doors or enclosures in the wrong place. So, and really it just applies to anything that you do. It's worth just that small extra piece of time, double, triple checking your measurements before moving forward. So I really recommend doing that. It's totally worth it in the long run. There's been plenty of times where if I had not triple checked, I would have continued drilling, cutting, and then realised that things were out of place. So this has really saved my bacon plenty of times, so I really recommend doing it. So yeah, you can kind of see what the front of the door's looking like now. Just pencil marks these are, which tie up with the dimensions on that drawing. You'll also see in a second that I'm now going to clamp my meter long rule down on that edge, which I can then use as a guide edge for these plastic plates that go on the front, and then mark the plastic plates out. So yeah, clamping that meter rule, adding in the plates. You'll also see me add another rule down on this edge or this axis. So yeah, here I'm just making sure that all the plates are tight up against this guide and obviously pushed against each other. I'm also double checking it's the same in the other direction, and then as I mark the holes, the 22mm holes and the corner mounting holes, I'm just making sure it's all tight and nothing's moving. As you can see, my other hand here, just keeping it all tight and just working my way through them. And then even though I've gone through everything in the design phase, I just want to be absolutely 100% sure that the physical components, when they're going to be mounted on the door, they're not clashing, there's enough space, and they just look okay. So that's what I'm doing here, just to, again, double, triple check before drilling or cutting. Okay guys, so I'm obviously filming this now after the fact, but I'm going to talk you through what I'm doing here. So yeah, first of all, you can see I was trying to use the compass method and then remembered how crap it is. So yeah, as you can see, this method requires cutting out a 22mm hole with a 22mm hole saw of the panel to start with if you don't have one already. So as you can see, this is what it looks like. For the first one, just measure it using a tape measure or rule, find the center tap it, drill it, and then deburr it, because there'll be some edges on it. Deburr it, and then you can start using it how I'm going to be using it. You can see the first three that I tested out here, they are pretty bang on. So here's me now just testing those first few, double checking with the tape measure to make sure they're alright, but you can see visually that they're good. So yeah, here you go, you can see how perfect it is. Absolutely bang on. So you just hold it and draw with a pencil that centre bit. There you go, there's the pencil drawing that centre bit. So yeah, proof of concept. So I'm just going through every hole now, or every 22mm circle, and marking the centre there. As you can see, this is what it looks like when it's all done. You can see they're all absolutely bang on. And there you go, thumbs up, good result.